Hi, everyone. This is Mary Kurek with Frontrunners Innovate, and welcome Igweshi Augustine from Nigeria. And we are so pleased to have you here. And Igweshi is Global Changemaker Awardee and Youth Peace Human Rights Advocate, Youth Organizer, and a social entrepreneur with Augustine Ventures and Global Resources. Also, how we know each other is through his work as a convener with Mentor Her to Greatness. And then also we have to add another hat to his already, very, very busy schedule, which is Executive Director and President of the Center for Peace, Advocacy, and Sustainable Development in Africa. So welcome, my friend. This has been a long time in the coming. We've been trying to do this interview for a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Good to have you here.
Yeah, this is great. I am so pleased to bring you to everybody's attention that may not already know you, because you've been around for a little while. You've been doing a lot of good impact work, and from your different seats that you hold. But let's talk about what brought you to the work that you're doing. So what I'd like you to do is just share a little bit about your background. Where were you raised, and what brought you, to this space? Were there any events or anything that occurred that made you feel like this is the type of work you wanted to do?
Okay, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my name is Igweshi Augustine. I am from Nigeria. Mm-hmm. I got into social development back then in my university days. In my university days, there was a long strike by academic staff union of university, and we all went home. We stayed at home like about 3 months. So while I was at home, I was thinking, I thought of something I could do to contribute to a better society. So I started, writing about peace. I started writing about human rights, education. So that is how it started. From there, when I got back to school, I started, talking about peace. I started about education. I started talking about equality and how people can live in peace and harmony among themselves, especially students. Knowing that Nigeria is a diverse nation with a lot of ethnic groups, having about 500 and something languages, and 250 ethnic groups. So I thought that we should recognize our diversity. We should recognize our shared value as people and our heritage. So without we being peaceful, we cannot actually actualize this. And also having stayed in the northern part of Nigeria, precisely Kaduna State, back then in 2004, that the state used to have a lot of crisis, a lot of conflict. And as a child, I grew up in that situation. So growing up, again, coming up to adult stage, I realized that we could actually live in peace as people, no matter where we are coming from, no matter our diversity, no matter our religion or political affiliations. So from there, I started advocating about peace, advocating about human rights, inclusion, and from there, I've been able to, go to the stage I am today.
Wow, that's quite a background, and I could see why there would be some motivation there to move ahead and do your part to kind of pay it forward. So let's talk about the types of things that you're doing now. You and I met through Mentor Her to Greatness, but your whole environment of work, if you want to call it that, because it's so broad, really kind of centers on the advocacy piece. But tell us a little bit about Augustine Ventures and Global Resources. Let's start there and tell us what you do with that.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much for that. I would start by formally saying, when I started talking about peace, I started thinking about how I could set up something that will actually bring young people together to talk about peace, to advocate for peaceful coexistence. So I now founded more organization, it was formerly known as Austin Peace Foundation. So, but while I was growing up in this social development space, I met some people who I interacted with, and they advised I should change the name, and they actually formally changed the name to Ladder of Light International Peace Foundation. So as time goes on, we needed to register with Nigeria government as a legal body. So there is what we do after we finish university here in Nigeria. So when you finish your university, you go for National Youth Service Corps. So National Youth Service Corps is a national service for Nigerian graduates. So when I came for service, I met some like-minded individual who also are into social development space. And I talked to them about what I'm doing to create a peaceful society in Nigeria. And we started talking about that. And from there, we talked about the name. And we said, let us have a name called Center for Sustainable Peace Foundation. From there, we started using the name Center for Sustainable Peace Foundation. And we started doing some programs and that, and advocating about peace, attending peace conferences in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. So from then, we needed to be legally registered in Nigeria to be recognized as a non-profit organization advocating for social change and in the area of peace building. So from there, we got to register. And when we started to register, the government institute, Corporate Affairs Commission, that is responsible for registering organization, actually rejected the name. So we have to, yes, we have to, they told us to come up with other two names. So we came up with Center for Peace, Advocacy and Sustainable Development, which was eventually registered in Nigeria in 2008, November 27, as a non-profit organization. So from then, I started, you know, having been involved in social work, I needed something to do to, you know, expand my living. You know, this the foundation, the Center for Peace Advocacy, is actually a non-profit where we advocate for social change. For me to be financially stable, I needed something to do. So I came up with having worked with one real estate firm back then in 2019. And I left the firm because of the passion I have for social work to face my organization. So while doing that, I discovered that I could actually go into real estate because I have made some contact. So that's why I now started Austin Ventures and Global Resources. So Austin Ventures and Global Resources is a real estate firm and automobile. So we into marketing and development and management of properties. So we market buildings, we manage properties, we sell cars, and also we are trying to develop into e-commerce and also general merchandise. In the general merchandise, we do product consultancy, graphic design, printing, rendering services to our clients. So that is how Austin Ventures and Global Resources came up. Thank you.
Igweshi, where is that located? Where is Austin Ventures located?
Yeah, it's located in Abuja, Nigeria.
Okay, in Abuja. Okay. All right, that's good to know. Yeah, there's a couple of connections that made me, you know, think to ask that of you. You know, particularly in, I did an interview. I don't know if I've introduced you to Thank God. That actually is his name. But he works with civil society organizations and preparing them for grants. And so as a nonprofit, you're somebody that would interest him. And when they get you to the place where you're ready to receive the grant, they can make referrals to the organizations that would give you grants, because then you become eligible. Yeah. So yeah, he's somebody definitely that would be good to know. And then from the other perspective, as somebody who is in real estate and manages properties, and I assume that you also would be involved in the selling of it. How close are you to the government there to be able to work deals for people coming in who want to utilize property there?
Okay, for that, working with government is something that has to do, first of all, working with government, I have to register with the federal government of Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the first step for you to be recognized.
Yeah.
So the first step was to register with federal government of Nigeria as a business name. So with the name Austin Ventures and Global Resources. So when you come to Nigeria, we are legally registered as a real estate and automobile, also e-commerce and general merchandise. So we are working towards having partnership with some government agencies like Federal Ministry of Commerce and Industries. Also, we're trying to build affiliation with other real estate agencies in Nigeria. Also, Federal Ministry of Trade and the Ministry of Works and Housing. See, these are federal government agencies we'll be incorporating with, try to partner with to scale up our work. And yeah, that is that. Yeah, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, and also Nigeria Export and Import Promotion Council, Nigeria Import and Export Promotion Council. Yes, Nigeria Real Estate Consultants, Nigeria Real Estate Consultants, and other real estate associations in Nigeria. So these are agencies, government, parastatals, and organizations we will be affiliating with as we go on with our programs.
Okay. Well, relationships with the decision makers, the ministers of some of these organizations, whether in your country or in your state, particularly in your state, would be useful, I would think, as I've been talking to some of the people who want to do business in Africa. So that would be a useful thing to have. So let's kind of move on from there and let's go back to the Center for Peace, Advocacy, and Sustainable Development. So give us an idea of the types of impact projects you're working on right now.
Sorry, can you come again?
Yeah, let's go back to the Center for Peace, and Sustainable Development. So tell us some of the impact projects that you're working on, through that agency, through that organization.
Yeah, Center for Peace, Advocacy, and Sustainable Development, as I said before, it's an initiative I got while I was in the university, and I've been driving the process from with other team members till this moment. Over the years, we have created great impact and significant value, especially among young people. So we focus on youth building their resilience to champion peace building, sustainable development goals, preventing violent extremism, also advocate against gender-based violence. Over time, the impact project we just concluded, and we hope to scale it up. The project is called Educational STEM Project.
Okay.
Yeah, Educational STEM Project on sexual and gender-based violence.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Nice.
How did that work out? Or are you still in the middle of it?
Yeah, it was a 5 weeks project. It's actually a project that was written by our Director of Education, and it was written by our Director of Education. And part of our team, we intend to implement the project in Africa. But we are starting with Nigeria in the federal capital. We started with 2 schools in Abuja, Nigeria. I think you can write the name of the school, Government Science Secondary School, Maitama, Abuja, Government Science Secondary School, Maitama, and the Government Technical College, Gareki, Abuja, Nigeria. So it's a project that aims to raise awareness on sexual and gender-based violence among secondary school students. So it's a school-related gender-based violence awareness project. So it's targeted at using science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. It's a practical-based approach to solve issues of sexual and gender-based violence among students, and also raise issues of gender and sexual gender-based violence among students. So the project started in June. It started in June and we ended in July. It actually raised awareness among students, about 1,000 students. We carried out the project and it raised global awareness among them.
Oh, okay. That's fantastic. And that's so very impactful.
Yeah, the project have actually impacted on them. So we carry a series of activities. We carry a series of practical activities for 5 weeks. So, and we have a documentary. We're working on the documentary.
Oh, great.
Yes, I would invite you for the documentary show, which will come up on October, to see the impact the project has made in the life of the students.
That's awesome. We'd love to have the link to that and share that with everybody. That would be fantastic. Fantastic. So the age groups that you're working with, it sounds like they're high school age?
Yes, absolutely. The target age group for the STEM educational project is between 12 to 17 years. Yes,
12 to 17 years. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. And
yes,
so it's activity based and it's awareness approach that helps with the equity, the equality. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes. We actually considered equity and equality. We selected, yes, we first of all, we started with awareness, where we created awareness about school-related sexual gender-based violence in those 2 schools, where we gathered all the students to talk about sexual and also
get rid of the violence.
Yes, including their teachers and their headmasters, the principals. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, that's really important because, you know, we just finished a project with, it's called a Global Girls Poetry Booklet. And I don't know, I think when I spoke at the event that you had me at, I may have mentioned a line from a poem about this little girl that was saying that her school was almost a sanctuary, was a sanctuary, just like a church chapel, in that she could be abused and whoever was her abusers would find sanctuary there. There would be no repercussion for them abusing her. So her fear of going to school every day and being abused was very real. You know, it's like, and she knew that it didn't matter what they did to her, they would never, whoever they would be, would never, you know, have to pay for the cost of doing something to her. So it's very good what you're doing. I mean, I think this is awesome. I didn't realize it was so prevalent in Nigeria, that there was sexual violence against girls as much as it would be in other places.
Yes, in Nigeria, there's a lot of issues of sexual and gender-based violence. Most last year, due to the lockdown, there was a high rise in sexual and gender-based violence. And we, the non-governmental organization CSO, started advocating for, started raising awareness and advocacy to reduce the issues of sexual and gender-based violence. Even domestic violence was actually on the rise. And we raised a lot of awareness, and we push for an act. There's an act called Violence Against Person Prohibition Act. It's an act by that is to be enacted by state government that if somebody commits rape, the person will go to so number of jail term. So if you commit any kind of gender-based violence or sexual gender-based violence, this is your punishment. This
Okay.
is your,
Yeah.
what you face. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's good. So that's already passed legislature. That's part of your law now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Very good. So what is going on in the next year for you, Igweshi? You've got a lot of heavy duty things that you're dealing with, what with real estate and also the impact work that you're doing, because you know this the piece part of what you do is not all of it. So what do you see in the future? What's coming up for the next year?
Yeah, in the next few years, we actually set up some programs we tend to, carry out in the next year. And that is what I'll be looking forward to seeing the project being executed. And the project is a project that will make impact in the life of young people. So I look forward to, implementing the project and getting the needed impact to create a better society through that project. I intend to, use it to create a better change, the needed change we need in our society, especially issue of reducing violent extremism, reducing gender-based violence, and also building peace among Nigerians. And also building youth resilience. This project will focus on building youth resilience to champion social change. Now also to speak up and engage, especially engaging stakeholders and relevant policymakers to create enabling policies to engage young people in decision making, not just on the implementation stage, but right from the design to the implementation stage. Yeah. So projects, I'll be designing a lot of projects, already designed projects. This project, I'll be looking forward to implementing them in the coming years. From 2022, I'll take up a lot of projects that will, create social change, that will make more impact in the life of Nigerians, not just Nigerians, but Africa, because we tend to cover a lot of African countries. We tend to address issues that affect the youth. This year, we're actually coming up with a model that, we address issues that African youth face. Looking at the African Union, we tend to model and, stimulate and role play what they do in the African Union.
We're having a frozen moment. There you go. Igweshi, you froze for just a second towards the very end. Nope, I think he's frozen again. Igweshi? Nope, frozen. Ah, there you are. Yeah, the last line of what you were saying there, last line or two, you froze up, and so we didn't get to hear that. But I think what I get the gist of this is in the coming year, there will be more programs that will address the gender violence, issue there that you have going on, and then so that you're going to be progressing and with that and more advocacy work. So are you thinking that maybe an event or a summit? I mean, you're a leader in this space, sort of, in Nigeria. So I would look to you, and being a convener like you are, I would look to see if there was going to be an event or something.
Yeah, as I am a gender advocate, and I look forward to that. And about our program, Mental Health to Greatness. Mental Health to Greatness is actually a program that has built a community of young women from about 10 countries around the world. So these are women that are growing up, to become a change agent, to discover themselves and contribute to women feminism. We know how we see feminism as women advocating for, being a part of the system, championing social change and encouraging women inclusion, both in peace building, in politics, in every aspect of life. So many programs will come up. It will come up in form of summit. It will come in form of fellowship. We're actually building a fellowship program that will connect young people from around the world, to learn about those things. Yes, to learn about those things that will inspire them, that will encourage them to contribute to a better society. So we're looking at a fellowship program, we're looking at a summit program, we are looking at, most importantly, we are looking at community engagement. So we want to engage various communities to build their resilience, to demand and become part of the system, and also contribute to, improving their community and welfare. So we are looking at community engagement. We are looking at, fellowship that will bring African youth together. We are looking at summits that will connect various Nigerian youth and bring them under one platform to become change agent and create a better society, not just in Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large.
Wow. You're such a great leader. I know that you're going to accomplish all of these things, but let's find out from you, what types of people do you need to help you meet your goals?
Yeah, I need the kind of people I need. First of all, I need passionate people. People who are committed to what I do. People who share in my vision and aspirations. That's the first set of people I need. Okay. The first set of people that shares in my vision and aspirations. Those who are ready to drive the change I want to create with me. Those who are ready to build a formidable team, a team of resilient young people championing change across Nigeria.
Okay.
Another set of people who can actually support the work I do. Yes, those who can support the work I do. As we are mentors, and we need mentors as well.
Oh, okay.
Also, and mentors, as also I am a mentor to others. I need mentors as I am a mentor to others. Yeah, I need also government, international organizations to be part of the program and support the program I do. I need philanthropists to be able to contribute to the work I do, because basically it's non-profit. We're not making money from it. We need philanthropists to be able to contribute to the work we do, because without their support, we cannot be able to do the work we do. So we need philanthropists, we need international organizations to be able to see the work we do and support the work we do. And we need people like you who are promoting our work via social media. So we need media platforms to be able to showcase the work we do. Yeah, we need a government, because engaging with government, sometimes you see some kind of bureaucracies. You need to pass some kind of, but we need them to make the system more flexible to be able to engage with them. So in a nutshell, we need relevant stakeholders in the government. We need philanthropists. We need international organizations to support the work we do. We need partners. We need media to showcase the work we do, and we need mentors like you. Yes,
there's a lot of needs going on there, but I love that you're so specific about it, because that's what it takes to get people to understand, how to engage with you. So yes. It's very good.
We need to learn from those that have gone ahead of us, and we need to take their footsteps. Yes.
Yes. Well, excellent. You're doing some really, really good work, and I knew that you were, but it's great to be able to share this information with everybody. So all of the people that are watching this on YouTube, go to www.frontrunnersinnovate.com, where you'll have a little more information on Igweshi and his links to all his social, his LinkedIn and websites, all of that. And maybe some other information and pictures as well. So thank you, Igweshi. We so appreciate this sharing today, and look forward to keeping up with you and finding out how things are moving along with you and all the progress that you're making. So we're going to say goodbye to everybody else, but Igweshi, stay on for a second. So bye, everybody. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate it.
Bye.